Oh, we're live, and I forgot. Like, here we go.
Where's our intro music?
I know. There we go. We are live with our new intro music. We're gonna call it new until somebody tells us to stop. Hey, I'm Bradley J. She is Shayla. Are you wearing a Dallas Cowboy shirt?
No, it's a Royal shirt.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was a cowboy shirt, but it's not.
No.
So that's just sad. Someday you're gonna have.
I would think that from the sleeves, but no, Royals.
I will get you.
Royals.
I will get you a Dallas Cowboy shirt so you can wear it. How's that?
No thanks.
Oh, wow. not accepting my gifts.
But no thanks.
How rude of you, by the way. So the other day I was doing my show on 94.5 Country, and news about the Bachelorette come up. And I think I actually had a Bradley J. Big Question go with it. And I mentioned your name. People hadn't heard your name on my show for a while. And I was like, Shayla would be very proud of me for talking about the Bachelorette. But I got a text from you earlier today before we went live here on Facebook and YouTube. You can check us out Wednesdays at 6 o'clock as Shayla and I talk about different things going on in our life. And you had concerns about the Bachelorette. And I was like, wow, I've never heard you say anything watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette about how you had concerns. You had opinions and picks, but never concern. What is your concern about The Bachelorette?
So my concern about this season, not the specific girl, not the specific Bachelorette, but the premiere did not start until 8 p.m., Bradley J. It was 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and I was like, why is it not on at 7? Like, it's usually 7 to 9, and then I go to sleep, right?
Right.
Well, I did some research, and I think they're all going to be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., which is so late. I can't stay up until 10 p.m. every Monday. Oh, my gosh. So they're going to lose like 90% of their viewership, I'm sure, from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And like the other 10% that are still watching are probably asleep on the couch. Like, there's no way they're going to keep viewership. I am just like, I can't stay up till 10.
Okay, first of all, you're not 5, and you can stay up till 10. All right. And second of all, you go to bed at 10. What time do you get up? 6, 7?
6:30.
That's 10. That's like 8.5 hours of sleep.
I need at least 9.5.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Your mind has tricked you to believe that you need 9 or 9.5 hours of sleep. You can do it. You know what? You're not going to be the one that falls asleep on the. You're going to be so glued. You're not even going to realize it's 10 o'clock. The thing you have to do is you do all the stuff from 7 to 8 that you would do before you went to bed after watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette from 7 to 9. You do all that stuff from 7 to 8. Then you sit down, you watch the show, and then you can just roll right into bed at 10 o'clock.
I just can't. I don't think I can. I think I'll be so cranky on Tuesdays, and nobody wants that.
I do. I've never seen you cranky or mad ever. So I would definitely, I'm down for that. I want to see that. Hey, if you're watching and you have you want to talk Bachelorette, Shayla is ready for you. So what was your take on the show though? What did you see somebody you liked right off the bat? Like, let's get your 411 on this.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I still have yet to watch that last like 45 minutes because I did get tired. So don't ask me questions about the last 45 minutes. But the first...
Spoilers. Give her spoilers. Comment spoilers so we can get this thing started.
No. But the first hour and like 15 minutes was pretty good. There was one point where they had Charity. Charity is the Bachelorette. Her brother comes in and he's going to be like undercover with the guys. And I'm like, why have they not thought of doing this before? Because he'll get all like the locker room talk, you know, and figure out which guys are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones.
You know, Shayla, they're going to let the Bachelors know the guys in the house that he's a plant. Like they're gonna figure it out. Somebody
No,
yeah, they are
no,
because
he's pretending he's a bartender. So he's not pretending he's like a contestant.
they're
So
still
he's
gonna
just
figure it out. Somebody's gonna figure it out.
You
He's gonna
think?
let it slip. They're gonna figure it out because that adds more drama to the show. Think about
That's
it. So,
true.
yeah,
That's
somebody
true.
finds out about it, and then they're like, "Oh, you had your brother spying on us? Like, oh, now we can turn the tables on you." Da da da. So, come on, like that. Who do you have a guy that you saw that you were like, "Yeah, this is the guy. This is the boy right here."
Um, I can't remember his name. There was another guy. I think his name was Joey. He seemed kind of interesting. He was from Hawaii. So
Oh,
I was
interesting.
like that looks cool. Would love
Would
to
you?
move to Hawaii with you.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Would you date Joey?
Yeah, yeah, he seemed cool.
Wow,
Yeah. I
that's
like
interesting.
Joey. Joey was cool. I
All
don't
right.
remember the other guys' names. They're 25. I can't keep up with names that much, but as the season goes on, I will narrow them down for you.
Okay. So, and we'll keep this review short and sweet because I'm not watching this show at all.
Because you don't want to stay up till 10. I know. I know. It's
No,
late.
I want to stay up till 10. I always stay up till 10. I'm in bed by 10 and bed sleeping by 10:30 out, and I'm up at 6 o'clock riding my bike. So that's how I roll. That's how I roll.
I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you. Yes.
Thank you.
Not do that.
Thank you. Okay, I want to move on to some questions I had on my radio show on 94.5 Country. I did ask this as a big question. Where could you never work because you just end up spending your entire paycheck there? Mine would be a record store. I love record stores. You can answer the question as well in our comments if you're watching right now. But Shayla, I thought about this. The first place that came to mind was like a pet shop. I'm like, that's exactly what Shayla will say is a pet shop. Like she couldn't work there because she would spend all her money.
No, actually, that was not the first thing that came to my head. The first thing that I thought of was TJ Maxx. That is my favorite store. I would be very concerned if I worked there.
Let me tell you this. I saw this in some news. Two stores, Target and TJ Maxx. When people go into it, they instantly it makes them want to go number 2. Poop.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just two stores that, yeah. And people on the internet, somebody posted it on there, and they were like, yeah. And one lady said when she gets constipated, she goes to TJ Maxx, and she's instantly. And somebody who worked at a Target said, yes, that is true. That's what happens because she's been working there for years, and when she goes in, she is always. They don't have like a. Something, but yeah, she's always going number 2, and it makes her feel. So, do you ever feel that way when you went into like TJ Maxx? You were like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom.
I don't think so, but now I'm going to pay attention to it. What would be the reasoning? Do you get so excited to go in these stores that you just kind of get worked up? Like you have to go?
I have no idea. I have no idea what happens, but I saw that in the news, and I was just like, wow, man. And I can't think of another store that I just go in. And I'm like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I don't understand it, but yeah. So there you go. So where you go?
Know that was a thing. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention now.
So what do you like about TJ Maxx? Like, what is it you would buy with your like entire like you couldn't go there and because you'd waste all your paycheck on buying what?
You know, the thing about TJ Maxx and Target is you don't go there needing anything. Target and TJ Maxx tell you what you need. So I just like going there and I just like browsing, and I like TJ Maxx is kind of like a scavenger hunt a little bit. It's one of those, what do you call it? Like a discount, store. I don't know what you call it, but I love that aspect of it. I like browsing and finding cool stuff.
I always use Target as a store where I'm like, I go there. I like stuff for like a fan. Like I need a fan. I'm like, oh, Target, cheap fan. I'll go and get one from there. Though I did get on Amazon and ordered a fan because I was like, you know what? I need a better fan than what I think I can get at Target. I'm sure Target has great fans, but I was like, probably not. Okay, so now I want to move on. Here was another question I had on my show on the big 94.5 Country, where you can listen to me 3 to 7. Yes, I'm plugging my own show because I have one. Where's the most shameful place where you can have your credit card declined? First of all, I want to ask you, have you ever had your credit card declined ever?
Yes, I have. It was one time when I went up to check out for my wedding dress because it was rather expensive. That's a big purchase, and I did not realize what my credit limit was on my card, so I had to split it up between a couple different cards. So when I ran it, it was getting declined, and I was like, "That's weird." I was like, "I've never had that happen to me before," and I was like, "I need my wedding dress,"
Okay,
and
so
then I
what?
realized
But what was your first thought when they declined? Like it declined to come back, and we're like, sorry, you can't use your credit card. Like, what was your first thought that ran through your head?
panic. Like I think, oh my gosh, someone stole this card and has the numbers and like maxed it out, you know?
Yeah, raised your credit or like got all
Yeah.
your. They were like, I got numbers and all my, I can't spend any more money. So
Yeah.
okay, so that happened. You had to split it up. Then, but where other than that, like where would you? Because you didn't think your card was going to get declined. That probably at a wedding dress. But where else? Like where would be a shameful place? I always think like if you go to a restaurant, right, with like say I don't know, like five or more of your friends and you're like, I got the tab, don't worry about it. And then you give them your card and it's like, Mom, you've been declined. And it's like, what? No, that can't happen. That would be shameful for me because I'd be like, hey, could anybody else like pick up the tab? Why? My card got declined. Loser. Doop.
Or like if you're on a date, that would be very embarrassing as well. If you
If
pay
you're on, yeah,
date and it gets declined.
if you're on a date though, is that like the credit card gets declined? Does that roll right over into like, oh, red flag, you don't make
Yeah.
any money?
Yeah. I mean, initial thought, you're like, oh no, do they not have any money? Like, did they max out their credit card? Like, you have immediate like red flag pop up. Yeah.
Now, has Gustavo ever had a credit card declined?
I don't think so. No, I don't think he has.
So basically, what you're saying is he is better at managing money than you are.
Probably. Yes.
I've never had. I don't think I've ever had a credit card declined anywhere. Though I do worry about it. I'm always like, oh, are they going to decline? Like, oh, what's going on? This could be horrible. This could be something. I had another question I was going to ask you. This might be a short one. I only had two things, but you said something before we went live, and I was like, what was the comment? Because we partied. I can say that we partied on what day was it? Saturday
night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you because so we went over to our friend's house who was having a little get together, and you got there before I did. You were there before I was.
Yes, I was right on time. Yeah.
So do you like to go to parties? Like, do you like to be on time and then leave at the time like close down? Or are you like a person that gets there on time and then stays for the whole party until like they're like, okay, party's over at like 12:30, then you leave at 12:30, or you go early, get there on time, and then like leave somewhere in between?
I like to get there on time. I know a lot of people like to show up at parties late, but I don't like to. I like to get there on time. I don't know. That's probably lame, but I don't know. When I decide I want to leave is just at the point when I start getting tired and I'm not like enjoying it as much anymore. I can sense when I'm like kind of doling down a little bit and I'm like, okay, ready to go. So whether that's like before or, at the very end, doesn't matter.
I am the type of person where I like to get there around the time it starts. Like I don't have to be there early, but I don't have to be there right on time. Like I can be a little bit late, but I don't like to be like a half hour late. They're like, oh, let's just go later. And I'm like, no, let's go like now. We are the party. It doesn't start until we get there. So let's go. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you know what? They're having no fun without me. I should be there so that the party is going to be kicking and hopping. Yeah, I think a lot of my party skills. All right. I just do. And, the other thing is like most of the parties I go to, I have to be like, they're like, hey, we got to get to bed. So it's time for you to leave. So I'm like the person that stays and like overstays. And I don't mean to, I'm just having fun, a good time. And I'm not like, obnoxiously and that, but I'm just having a great time. People are laughing. It's like, oh, let's just keep going. Next thing I know, it's it's the time, it's after the time they wanted to be there. And that happened last Saturday at our friend's house. Like party was over at 12:30 and I was leaving the house at 1:30 in the morning.
That's great. Have you ever been in a situation where you were the one throwing a party and you want them to leave? How do you approach that situation? If you're like kind of ready to go to bed and they're still there, what do you do?
I tell them to go. It's like time to leave. And as I'm ushering them toward the door, I'm like, let's go. Bradley J's not having fun. So Bradley J's party skills are done. Y'all need to go. Like, just get out, go. It's time to leave, And if somebody's trying to hook up with somebody, I'm like, take them back to your house. There'll be none of that at our house. I become like a parent almost, like an adult. Like, let's go. Time to leave. You got to go. So that's what I do. What do you do? Like, so am I ever going to be invited over to your house now that you know that I'm the person that will stay until? I mean, when people tell me to leave, I leave. Like, they're like, "Hey, I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. I'm out of here."
No, I'll still invite you over. I don't know, like if I get in that situation where like I never really have been in that situation, I don't think. But like if I'm ready for people to go, I think I just give like subtle hints like, oh man, I'm pretty tired. Or like, oh, I gotta wake up early in the morning. Yeah, I have this. And then they're like, oh my gosh, we should go. I'm like, oh, you don't have to. Yeah, okay.
I would rather just be told up front.
Okay. I dance around it.
Yeah. And now I'm just like, no, don't dance around it. Just like come out and say, it's like, hey man, party's over. We're shutting it down. This is my house. Get out. And then, be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll leave. Cause I'm just like, sitting around. And I don't think I've ever left a party early that I can recall. I've always like stayed till the end or stayed till I was told to leave.
So your welcome is over, huh?
Yeah, until they're like, you out now.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right. And I'm like, yeah, but that girl in the corner, it's my friend. You can't talk to her anymore. Like, whoa, what did I do? Thought I was pretty charming. That's what I thought. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, the party. So, all right. Well, that's going to wrap up our time. You know why? I got a date with two women. I can't tell you who they are or where I'm going, but maybe we'll talk about it in our next StreamYard. You never know. Shayla, as always, it's always a pleasure to talk to you for at least 15, 20 minutes. And then I've had enough of you.
That's fair enough. Same to you, man.
Yeah, it's time for you to go. Get out.